Hello, wonderful people. All right, today's video is a simple lesson, but I think it needs to be repeated time and time again that you are enough. All right, and this video is targeted primarily for men. It could be young men, I don't know. Just in general, I think we're kind of left to our own devices of the mind because there's so much pressure on us these days. That all this because I feel like our worth is just placed in the external, like how our body looks like, how much money are we making, are we providing for our family? I'm gonna tell a quick story. Yeah, I don't know if you guys had these kind of parents too, but like I told you guys about my first job working at Berlitz when they paid me like 18 zloty an hour, which is disgusting, really taking advantage of teachers like that. Um, and I told my dad that, and Tata was like, "How are you going to support us when we go to old person's home with that much money?" Like, my first job, and I took that pressure to heart. I'm like, "Oh my gosh, like, oh, you're right." Crazy stuff, guys. Crazy, crazy stuff. We're just supposed to like deal with it. My gosh. All right. And the thing is, your worth because this can be a never-ending hamster wheel, right? That when I get the body, when I get the money, when I get the girl, well, all of that stuff is external. It's temporary, right? So it'll never satisfy us, never, right? You'll hit the dopamine high and then it'll go away, right? Then it just becomes normal, right? And it's a sick game because when is enough is enough, right? How much money do you need until you'll feel good enough? How does your body have to look like until you feel good enough? There's people that like they're like mega bodybuilders and they feel still like they're ugly. It's just this sick ego game, right? Because our worth is inherent. We are created in the divine's image, right? You are one self of me, united with our creator in this self. I honor you because of what I am and what he is, who loves us both as one, right? Lesson from Course in Miracles, right? I am one self. You are one self, united and secure in light and joy and peace. You are God's Son, one self of one creator and one goal, to bring awareness of this oneness to all minds, that true creation may extend the allness and the unity of God. Right? All this is like, because the suffering of my healthy gamer friend, it stems from this belief in separation. He, and I know, I believed in so much that uh, I would berate myself, loathe myself because my externals weren't good, and then I would really lower my self-worth and I would accept such toxic bullshit. Like he shared a story about like I'm not gonna go into details, it's too personal, but like he spent a lot of energy on somebody that didn't really care for him. And I've been there. Have you? Right? But you're worthy. This is the thing. You are so worthy of so much more. Right? Because when I had this lower self-concept, I took any relationship I could get. It was like it was like I was so thirsty, and then someone was offering me this radiated toxic water, and I would drink it because I was so thirsty, right? But we are so much worthy. It's like inside of us is this spring water lake that we could always drink from. So then it's like, why are you drinking that toxic water if you have this endless amount of spring water inside of you? And I know it doesn't feel like it. It doesn't feel like all the time. But I'm just saying you can choose differently, right? Because with our friend, right, like asking him questions like, I asked him, are you willing to forgive yourself? Are you willing to choose differently? And he said, no. He said, no, right? And the Holy Spirit can only come in when you say yes, right? Say yes to your own salvation, right? You've heard this platter to like, oh, you can only save yourself. Well, it's more like you can, in the case, yes, because you have to agree to save, to be saved by the Holy Spirit. Right? It takes the smallest willingness to say yes. I deserve peace. I deserve love beyond measure, and you do, because this is inherent. This is our inherent worth, right? Because our true self, right? There are no timelines. I've mentioned about this. There are no timelines. Right? All this crap that we've been like force fed in our society. You have to finish the degree. You have to get this good job. You have to have kids. It's all bullshit. It's all bullshit to make you feel bad when you compare yourself to somebody that do it, that has that and you don't. It's all bullshit, right? We are our own universe, right? You're on your own timeline, the divine timeline. And love holds no comparisons. Love holds no comparisons. Right? We are all on our own unique journey, our own challenges. Right? Love holds no comparisons. Right? Love loves you no matter what. Right? Agape love. Right? Even that's like agape is like the love of God. So I guess that's a double. But whatever. That used to be my channel name. Agape love. The true love of the Creator flowing through. It flows through us no matter what. No matter what. And it can be tapped into at any time, even if you're in despair, right? But you have to acknowledge and you have to say yes to saving yourself. Because you are enough no matter what. Creation makes no mistakes. How many guys feel like, oh, I don't belong here? I used to feel like that. I felt I didn't belong here. I'm an outsider. Why can't I be normal? I wasn't supposed to be normal. Screw normal. What is normal? Right? It's this lie, right? To fit us into boxes, to make us into worker bees, right? Topic for another time, but creation makes no mistakes. And remember, guilt and shame is not of God. Guilt and shame is not of God. Right? The Course teaches us about gentle correction, right? Correcting our thoughts to loving awareness. That's all. So if you're hearing this guilt and shame voice telling you, oh, why don't you work harder? Oh, you piece of shit. You hurt this person. You're so bad. I hate you. What is that voice? It's the voice of fear, right? And use your discernment and say, this is the voice of fear. No, thank you. I'm going to listen to the voice of love. I'm going to listen to the voice of love all the time, right? Because this guilt and shame, they're all control mechanisms, right? Trying to get you to buy something, looking for outside of yourself to fill this gap. And it'll never work. It will never work. True love is of God, right? Remember, all you have to do is just ask for the help. Ask for the help of the divine, and it will answer. It will answer. You have to be willing to save yourself. Right. And I know the reason why I held on to guilt and shame for so long was I believed I would be successful. I'd be a failure without it. Right? Like this guilt and shame would motivate me. But it's all so bullshit, right? Like I need to hurt myself to be successful? Come on. Right? Shame can only go so far. It's the true love that will get you there. I'm not even talking about external metrics. It's just about like when our friend in Healthy Gamer was telling his story, I was just like, man, please, like, why are you hurting yourself? Why are you berating yourself? Why can't you forgive yourself? And I know why. I know why, because like we feel we deserve it, right? We deserve to suffer. And the Course is teaching us you don't deserve to suffer. You deserve everlasting peace and joy. That is our birthright. We came out onto this world to feel joy beyond measure, love beyond measure. I know I said maybe my TH sound birthright. This is what I get for being Polish American. But you understand what I'm talking about. All right, what else did I write? Oh, I had my self-help phase. Yeah, this is related because when I was in the trenches, like our friend, I was in step one, which is like your victim phase, right? The world is happening to you. You're a victim to it. I understand it sucks. It really sucks. But then you get to step two. I started reading like all this self-help stuff, like Tim Ferriss, Tony Robbins. I watched like endless amounts of self-help things, and it's good. But then at the, it, it's too much. It's putting too much strength. You're relying on too much on your own strength, right? Not into the divine, the creator self. It gets really challenging and very tiring, you know. And then step three is creatorship, right? I watched this great Polish motivational speaker, Mateusz Grzeszak. And he talked about this, for example, like you still step one is you like what do you call it? You bump up against something, like your foot hits the curb, and you're like, ah, damn it, why did that happen? Ah, that's victim. All right, step two is, oh, I'm going to avoid those curbs. I'm gonna keep myself safe, right? That's, you're putting more energy into yourself, right? And then step three is, I'm going to make levitating shoes so no one has to experience that. And that's what these videos are for. I'm making those levitating shoes for you, right? Because we suffer so much, guys. I know you're suffering. I know you're suffering. And it's okay. It's okay wherever you are. I'm just telling you there's a choice. We always have a choice. There's always a choice because you are so loved. You are loved beyond measure. All right, what else did I have here? Ah, because like this toxic masculine bullshit that we've been like so ingrained in our culture. I read this book. It was called like Unstoppable. It was like this trainer for Michael Jordan, and I think he's like Indian American. And at 4 years old, 4 years old, his dad gave him like a saw, and he's like, "Oh, you're gonna cut up cadavers for money." And he's like, "Oh, that's what being a man is." I'm like, that's child abuse. Like, you can't provide for your kids, so you're gonna make your 4-year-olds chop up like bodies. That's sick. That's sick. And I know there's some people who be like, "Oh, that's just what life is. That's what life is." No, this is the sick mind and the ego that we've made, right? Like, how sick is that? I understand. I understand if you were like raised like me, like, all this world is tough. The world, like, is dog eat dog world, which is the antithesis of the course teaches us, where we are all one, unity consciousness. Right? You can still be productive and all this stuff, but come on, like, what? Like chopping a kid? Ah, okay, I'm getting ahead of myself. All right, a reminder. All right, the truth is you are wholly lovable, as perfect as God created you. But remember, you heal yourself. Well, technically, it's the Holy Spirit, but it's your agreement, right? Your agreement is, I understand when we're in the trenches, and we like, it's almost like we don't want healing. We want to stay in this pit of despair. But I'm telling you, you have a choice. You have a choice to get out. All you have to do is say yes. Right? What I also wrote down, guilt. Oh, I don't deserve goodness. Right? Because when we believe in sin, when we believe in lack and guilt, we believe, I don't deserve goodness. I don't deserve good things happening to me. And then we tolerate all this bullshit behavior. No, 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 no. You deserve goodness. You deserve the divine. Right? Because all it is a belief of separation. Right? There's a separate guilt-ridden self that needs to be punished. No, it's an illusion. It's an illusion. We have never separated from the Holy Spirit. We have never separated. Right? And we have free will, so we can, of course, we can perpetuate the suffering till kingdom come. That's up to you. I've done it for, way longer than I wish I did, but I'm just telling you, you always have a choice. Always have a choice. Just like in Red Dead Redemption 2, right? Make a gamble that love exists and take a step towards that, right? Make a gamble that love exists. And where's that going to take you? I remember, I know, like, this separate self wants to like fix itself, right? This is when I was in step two, right? All the self-help stuff, like, oh, I need to fix myself, then I'll be loved, right? I'm gonna fix myself so much that my friends and family will not recognize me. But that just means like, oh, fundamentally something's wrong with me. But there's nothing wrong with you. There's nothing wrong with you. Probably, if you're watching this and something resonates, something happened in childhood which caused you to believe that something's wrong with you, that you're unloved, you can't be loved for who you are, which is the biggest illusion. I know someone resonates with this because not just a healthy gamer, but I know there's this crisis going on because, I mean, I see it every day, right? But there's nothing wrong with you. You are enough. You are loved. All right, I hope that helped you guys. All right, take care.